and welcome to Book Club Preview. Today we're starting a new book series, The Heroes of Olympus, Book 1, The Lost Hero. And if you read the Percy Jackson series, this is kind of the next generation. Percy Jackson 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now The Lost Hero. And this starts off with chapter 1 and chapter 2, which is from Jason's perspective. And the other chapters are from the different characters' perspective. So it starts off with, Jason having a terrible, rotten day. He got zapped somehow. He can't remember anything that's going on. There's this beautiful girl holding his hand, but he doesn't know who she is. There's this kid that turns around and he looks really like a troublemaker, and he doesn't know what's going on. And he's on this bus full of all these other kids with this teacher who, I don't know, he's all buff and he's holding this stick and he's waving it around, and he talks like a gym coach or something. Not having a very good day. He can't remember anything. He doesn't remember who he is. He doesn't remember any of these people. They are going on some field trip, and they're going to like the Grand Canyon, and they have these partners. We learn that they're part of this like troubled school for troubled kids that get into a lot of trouble, kids that their parents don't know what to do with them, or they got kicked out of many schools. They're going to this school here, and so they're off getting in these groups, and Piper, who's this beautiful girl holding Jason's hand, which Jason takes away. Leo is the guy in front of Jason, who's his best friend. There's this one kid, Dylan, who they don't really like. Yeah, he might look kind of handsome, but he doesn't have a very good attitude. He happens to be Piper's partner for this field trip, for this activity. Piper's not happy about it. Well, they go into the museum, and Leo is trying to help Jason understand what's going on. And then as they're in the museum, some of the other schoolgirls start teasing Piper because Piper is a Native American. And so they're saying some jokes at Piper that might hurt someone's feelings if they were Native American. So they're giving some really bad jokes to her, and Jason kind of gets angry and he wants to go punch those girls, but he doesn't. Piper can handle it. And Leo says something, we don't really know what. If they knew who Piper's dad was, they would be like, oh my gosh, Piper, your dad's so amazing. So her dad must be really handsome or famous or something. They go off to the sky bridge around the Grand Canyon, which you can go to this museum, and then there's this bridge that you can just walk over the Grand Canyon and just look down. It's pretty scary. They have these worksheets they have to do all this homework with, and as they're out there, things start, wind starts blowing, like this hurricane starts coming, and papers are flapping everywhere, and it's just over the location that they're at, which is kind of weird. As things start getting crazy, Coach Hedge asks, Jason kind of wants to talk to Coach Hedge, and Coach Hedge is like, listen, I've been smelling monster all week, and I don't know if it's from you. You smell like a half-blood, a demigod. I don't know what it is. Are you the special package that I've been told about? And Jason's like, special package? What are you talking about? It's like, I know about Leo, I know about Piper, but I got a message saying there's a special package coming. Is that you? Jason has no idea what's going on, and then Coach Hedge has to go solve some trouble. So that starts chapter 2. Chapter 2, in the confusion that's happening with this wind and storm, it starts to get crazier. Like maybe there's lightning going around, papers blowing everywhere, like people are getting almost blown off the sky bridge, which is really scary. And so they start to run inside back inside the museum. As they're running inside the museum, Piper and Dylan close the doors to help people get in. So there's Coach Hedge, there's Leo, there's Jason, there's Piper, and there's Dylan. So these are all the people out on the Sky Bridge. And it happens to be Dylan, which we don't like, is actually the monster. What kind of monster? We have no idea. Jason says a Venti, which is like a storm spirit. And Coach Hedge is like, I'm gonna take this monster down, and he wants to fight and battle the storm spirit, while Jason and Leo and Piper are just wondering what in the world is going on. He starts blasting wind towards Leo and towards Piper, and they're kind of getting blown away, almost falling off the bridge. Coach Hedge throws his club and it hits Dylan in the head. Dylan gets angry, and they start to fight back against Dylan. Dylan starts to say, listen, my mistress is going to be so happy when I capture you. I knew about Leo, I knew about Piper, but you, Jason, I'm excited to bring her you. She's the one you're the one she's really wanted. And so he kind of turns fully into like a storm spirit. So it's like kind of like smoke and wind and stuff. And as you kind of attack him, it just goes right through his body. Two friends come, two other like smaller storm spirits, and they go fight Jason. Jason flips this coin. It turns into a sword. He starts fighting these guys and killing them. Someone thinks they're hallucinating. I'm not too sure. Maybe it's Leo's like, man, what's going on? Leo gets... Oh no. So this whole counterattack is Jason getting his sword, fighting these other storm spirits, and even starting to fight against Dylan. Coach Hedge rescues Leo because he almost gets blown off the cliff. Piper gets thrown off, and Jason runs, jumps off the edge, and flies down, catches Piper, and actually uses the wind, and they kind of fly. Like, Jason has no idea what's going on. They're holding each other, and they fly back to the Sky Bridge. But Dylan talks about his mistress, saying that she really wants these half-bloods, and then everyone's gone. They get to the Sky Bridge. Leo's there, Piper's there, Jason's there. What in the world just happened? Was this for real? Am I seeing things that's hallucinating? No, you're not. These two people come in riding these horses with wings. These are called Pegasus. They land on the Sky Bridge, and Annabeth is like really angry. She's like, where is he? Where is he? And there's this other guy. I can't remember his name. It's like Butch or something like that. And he's like, hey, this is the guy we're looking for. Annabeth's boyfriend has been missing. And for some reason, Hera, the queen of the gods, told them to come here and pick up Jason and Piper and Leo. And so they do, and they leave, and the Sky Bridge kind of falls as they take off. And that's the end of chapter 2. Some vocabulary. First one is buff. Buff means a lot of muscles. Okay, I can't act out buff very well. Woo! Okay, Coach Hedge is very buff. Crocodile grin. This is like a fake grin, you know, a not real smile. Amnesiac. Amnesia is when you lost your memory. Amnesiac is someone who lost their memory, which is Jason. Apprehensive is nervous, scared, not sure. Delinquent is like a bad youth, child, not a child, but like a teenager that does bad things, doesn't do the normal behavior. Klepto, this comes from kleptomaniac. A klepto is someone who steals things and they can't stop stealing things. So Piper happens to just, she says she didn't steal, but people call her a klepto because she keeps getting things that maybe aren't hers. Sedimentary strata. Sedimentary is like dirt. Strata is layers. So if you look at the Grand Canyon, you can see these layers in the sand from over the edges. Erosion is when wind, water, other things break big things into smaller things. That's erosion. Infiltrator. someone who infiltrates, gets inside. So here you have a ring or a team of maybe good guys, and here's a bad guy that gets in this ring. He infiltrates it and gets information like a spy. Just a few more. The next one here is coronary, which is a heart attack. Coronary is like a vein in next to your heart. So don't have a coronary, we'll say. Don't have a heart attack. Don't freak out. And dissipated means to spread out to where you can't see it anymore. So I think when when Jason slices the storm spirit, it kind of dissipates. It becomes nothing. That leaves us with a discussion question. What is the first thing you would do if you lost your memory? You don't remember anything. You just wake up. Where am I? Who am I? What would you do? And of course, please make your own discussion question. That is all the time that we have for today. But thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Book Club Preview. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.